Grade 8 Biology. Our first chapter is Crop Production and Management. In this chapter, we will learn about growing of crops for food and other purposes, and also about cultivation of crops and several agriculture practices used by farmers for crop production and its management. First is journey of food. As we all know, food is primary source of energy and we need food for growth and proper functioning of body. Humans eat different kinds of food and food passes through number of stages before it finally reaches us. Next is origin. Early humans moved from one place to another in search of food. They collected fruits, berries and hunted for animals. They discovered that seeds grown into plants when sown in soil and they started growing plants, and the journey of food begins as a seed on agriculture land. Next is crops. Crops are group of plants of same kind which are cultivated together on a piece of land. Now let us take an example of wheat crop. Wheat plants, when grown together on a piece of agriculture land, they are known as wheat crop. Next is crop yield. Crop yield is quantity of crop produced, that is how much amount of crop is harvested in a given time period in a particular land area. It is known as crop yield. Next is seasonal crops. Due to different climatic conditions in India, crops are classified into three groups based on their seasons. They are Rabi crops, Zaid crops and Kharif crops. First is Rabi crops. Rabi crops are cultivated in winter season, that is from October to March. Next is Zaid crops. Zaid crops are cultivated in summer season, that is from April to May. Kharif crops are cultivated in rainy season, that is from June to September, that is paddy and maize. Example of Rabi crop is wheat, gram and pea, and of Zaid crop is cucumber, mango and watermelon, as they are cultivated in summer season. Now have a look at this image of different seasonal crops. First is Rabi crop, second Zaid crops and Kharif crops. Next is agriculture practices. Farmers use different types of methods and tools for successful growth of their crop. They are first preparation of soil, second sowing, third nutrients replenishment of soil, fourth irrigation, fifth crop protection, sixth harvesting, seventh storage. First is preparation of soil. Preparation of soil. It is the first step before growing a crop. In this step, following processes are required. They are first turning and loosening of soil, soil irrigation and adding nutrients. Turning and loosening of soil is also known as tilling and plowing, as it helps in growth of microbes and earthworms, and it also helps to add humus to the soil. Now, what is humus? Humus is dark organic material produced by decomposition of plants and animals remains by soil microorganisms. They help in formation of humus, which enrich the soil. Now, this is a picture of loosening of soil. The plough field may have big pieces of irrigated soil present as a lumps which need to be crushed or grounded, which is broken with the help of wooden plank or other tools. Next is agricultural tools used for plowing. Before sowing the seeds, it is necessary to break the soil to the size of grains for better yield. Different tools which are used for plowing are first plow, hoe and cultivator. Now first plows. Plows are made of wood or iron and they are used since ancient times. They help in adding fertilizers to the crop, removing weeds and scraping of soils. They are drawn by animals such as a pair of bulls and horses. Next is hoe. Hoe has a long rod of wood or iron and it has a strong bent plate of iron fixed to one of its ends, and it is also pulled by animals and used for removing weeds and loosening of soil. Next is cultivator. It is a metallic structure fixed to the metal frame and it is also attached to the tractor, and it helps in saving our time and also saves labor. Now have a look at this plow which is pulled by the animals. This is hoe and this is cultivator which is fixed to a tractor and help in removing weeds and loosening of soil. The field should be leveled for sowing as well as for irrigation purposes. Next is sowing. Sowing means planting of seeds in the soil. Before sowing, good quality seeds are selected by the farmers. Farmers prefer to use seeds which give high yield. Viable seeds. Viable seeds are disease free and grow into healthy plants which help in better yield. Now, what is webbings? Webbings are seeds which are covered by web-like structures. Next is factors to consider for sowing seeds. Farmers consider these factors while sowing a seed. They use viable seeds for sowing and use pest control measures for their crop and ensure suitable soil and climatic conditions for their seed. Different types of methods are used by farmers for sowing seeds. There are traditional methods and modern methods. Traditional methods are basically of two types. First is broadcasting and second is fitting a funnel on a plow. Modern methods are also of two types, that is seed drill and transplantation. Now let us study about these methods in detail. First is broadcasting. In this method, seeds are sown by scattering in the soil with the help of hand. It is a time-consuming process and involves wastage of lots of seeds. As shown in this picture, a farmer carrying seeds in a pouch and scatter them in the field. It is a time-consuming process, so it is not used nowadays. Next method is fitting a funnel on a plow. In this method, the seeds are filled into the funnel and they pass through 2 or 3 pipes having sharp ends, and these ends pierce into the soil and place seeds there. These methods help in uniformly distributing the seeds at a proper distance. As shown in this picture, the seeds are uniformly distanced. Next is modern methods. They are seed drill and transplantation. Seed drill is used for sowing seeds with the help of tractor. This tool sows the seeds uniformly at proper distances and depths, and it helps to prevent damage caused by birds and also saves our time and labor. As shown in this picture, a seed drill is attached to a tractor which helps in sowing seeds. Next is transplantation. It is a technique of moving a plant from one location to another. In this, firstly, a plant is grown in a nursery. When it grows into a sapling is a mature plant. It is uprooted and transplanted to another site, where it is cultivated till it reaches maturity and harvested. This process is known as transplantation, as shown in this picture.